Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. Happy New Year! We are officially entering 2022. So before we dive into the energies for 2022, for the collective and for each life path number, this is just a reminder that this is a great time for you to order your own personal year ahead numerology forecast. I will leave the link in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in, but it's a great resource to see what the upcoming energies may hold for you. So as we wave goodbye to the Universal 5 energy that had us shifting gears and changing directions so much that our worlds were often spinning all over the place, we now step into the more nurturing, domestic, and community-centered energy of the 6. 2022 is a 6 universal energy. So this cycle, this energy, is going to ask us to take into consideration the greater community and the good of all as we make our decisions and choose our actions. This is not an energy solely focused on self. The energy of 2020 sort of broke the foundations and forced us to be more isolated and reflective. The energies of 2021 were more about exploration and authenticity while building our personal worlds in a way that sort of is much more open-minded and adaptable to change. Now, 2022 is asking us to broaden our scope as we rebuild the world we want to experience while taking the collective into consideration. So what does this new world, that we're emerging into need that benefits more than just ourselves, but rather is inclusive of the needs of Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants? This is a cycle where divisiveness will no longer work. People are tired of the separation, and the energy is incredibly supportive for people to wake up and fully choose to build the bridges necessary to begin reuniting with friends, family, community, and the greater world at large. Regardless of how many people there are that still choose to cling to the old ways and who attempt to keep burning down those bridges, more and more people are going to sort of feel the need or the compulsion or the urge to move into a higher octave now and release the burdens of separation and chaos. There will always be polarities. We live in a world and a universe of polarities. However, for evolution to occur, we cannot remain in one extreme very long. The pendulum will always swing. And so on a more personal level, collectively, we will be seeing the influences of the 6 with an emphasis on home, life, relationships, and creativity. So again, we'll see that collectively, but also individually. So this can be a cycle when many changes take place within your home environment. Perhaps you change residence. Maybe people move in or out of your home at this time. You may do some remodeling. You may see changes within your physical home, your body. This can be a time when you undergo some major physical transformations, body, mind, and spirit. Creativity, you may see new inspirations come in this year that allow you to express yourself like never before and that ignite the fire within, bringing a renewed sense of balance, joy, and excitement into the world and the world around you. So what inspires you? Do more of that. Allow that flame to ignite and carry you places and inner depths that you never imagined yourself going to. Embrace your inner child and allow them to lead you uninhibited towards the unbridled joy. This is a year to absolutely say yes to what makes you happy without shame, without feeling the need to apologize for that happiness, even if others don't understand or even if they're shocked by your choices. Happiness and inspiration are contagious, so don't restrict how much of it you create for yourself, allow, within your life, and how much of that you share. This is an energy where we can see more people needing our help, our services, and our support at this time. You may see people coming out of the woodwork needing you at this time. Friends, family, loved ones, community members, clients, and so on. If we're capable of offering that support, then we will benefit from that circulation of energy. However, if we are not in the space physically, mentally, or spiritually to be able to meet those needs, then we must know when to set healthy boundaries and say no. This is very important because under the 6th energy, it can be very easy to sort of fall into martyrdom, which can lead to resentment, anger, frustration, and we sort of fall into a lower vibration then. This can be an energy where it's like you almost feel the urge to help people sort of to an extreme, if that makes sense. It's like where you're sacrificing yourself for another to be happy, which, you know, that just doesn't work in the long run. That's not sustainable. And so just be mindful of that. Make sure that you're keeping your equilibrium and your balance, and that you are first checking in with self to make sure that your cup is full before you are able to sort of meet those requirements or those needs of others. There's no shame in that. And it's actually recommended so that so it's a more sustainable energy. If we get to the point where we are feeling taken advantage of, we need to understand that there came a point where we should have said no. When we choose to say yes to things that we are not capable of supplying or meeting the requirements or the needs of, then we are self-sabotaging ourselves and sort of sabotaging the other person as well, whether we mean to or not. And so again, it's really, really important to make sure that we are setting those healthy boundaries, saying yes when we're capable of saying yes, saying no when we are not capable of saying yes. So if you see yourself starting to fall into those lower vibrations when it comes to offering or sharing your time, your energy, and your resources with others, please realize your cup is no longer full and it's time to replenish you before you step back into that role. And if somebody doesn't understand your need for self-care, then chances are they were only interested in your endless availability and accommodations. And perhaps it's a connection that's no longer serving you, and it's time for that relationship to expire or to create some distance for the time being while you rejuvenate yourself. So overall, this 6th cycle of 2022 can be incredibly beautiful, loving, rewarding, and a very creative period. This is such lovely, softer, nurturing energy from the last couple of years. But as always, in order to get the most out of this cycle, we must continue to maintain our own peace and harmony, even when that means having those difficult conversations to set those necessary healthy boundaries. So, okay, let's take a look now at the overall upcoming energy for your particular life path number. Life path number 4. So I pulled an animal spirit card for us. As you know, if you've been listening to me for a while, I am also a life path number 4. So this is personal for me as well. But I pulled an animal spirit card for us, and we got Crow Spirit. And Crow's message is co-create with spirit. And what's interesting is, just even looking at the energy for 2022 for us, this is going to be an explosive creative time for us. A time where we definitely are co-creating with spirit. Like the inspirations, the ideas, they're all going to come flooding in, and we have the green light to make them happen. And so just remember the power that you have behind you when it comes to, again, your creative self-expression, putting yourself out there, showing up to a situation, what it is that you are building. Because again, like 4 energy is like the teacher, the legacy builder, someone who's going to bring within the physical something that can have a lasting impact in the lives of family, community, the world. And so be very mindful of what it is that you are putting out there, especially this year. allow it to be community focused in some way, to, again, as we talked about in the intro, where it's not just self-serving, but it's serving others as well. And I think you're going to find that you have the support of the universe behind you this year completely. Like, it's almost like there's things that the universe is asking you to step into and to create that you could not do without that support. And so I feel like you're going to feel a lot of inspiration coming in this year, and it's up to you what you take action on and what you put the effort into. But this is going to be a year, I believe, of a lot of manifesting, and make sure that what you're manifesting, again, is not just self-serving, but is serving the greater good. And you have the support of the universe to be able to do that. So again, when I look at the year ahead, and I broke it down into 4 quarters, when I look at the year ahead, what keeps coming in is basically it's go time. So if there is something that you have been wanting to work on, that you have been trying to birth, that you have been trying to create, this is the year that is going to take off. This is like chariot energy in tarot. This is the green light, all systems go. You just have to push the gas and you are going to fly. This is very fast moving energy, very supported energy. And then you have an opportunity this year to really see a lot of financial gain, to see a lot of financial success, to see a lot of transformation and growth within your relationships that also feel very, very supportive. I love to see this energy for 4s, not just because it's my life path as well, but because 4s, I think, have had some challenging, well, we all have, right? Like all energies have, but the last few years have been challenging for a lot of people. And I think 4s especially have really felt that. And so this year just feels like, again, baby, it's go time. So you have the green light to create what you want to create, to build those foundations and those family units that you want to build, to call in the people, the support team that is in alignment with your vibration to assist you in getting this done. But that also sees sort of your potential and sees eye to eye with you on your dreams, your goals, your vision. So this is such incredible energy. So when I look at the first quarter of the year, big ideas coming in, but not only, I feel like these are ideas that maybe you've had in the past, that maybe you've started to initiate or you initiated maybe in 2021. And they are taking off now. Like I said, you have the green light, you have the support, you have all systems go. And so it's like whatever was gifted to you from the universe, whatever big inspiration, big idea, you have everything you need at this time to make it happen, to build it, to start building that legacy, to, again, make your dreams come true, that feel in alignment for the direction you want to be moving into and to where you're at this time. And you're going to see, again, the people, places, things, funding, whatever you need start to come in at this time. You have to take the action, of course, right? And that's the thing too, I feel like with 4s, or at least my own experience, and in the numerology with 4s, it can be a very challenging energy. It can be an energy that you almost feel like you want to go, you want to move forward, but there's something holding you back, and you have to be very slow and methodical in your process. Like 4s generally are not ones who like win the lottery, who have that instant gratification. They have to work for what they want, and they have to work very hard for it in purpose. They have to put that effort in, and they have to do it with integrity, and they have to make sure that they're very methodical in their process. But the reward is in direct proportion to the effort put forth. And I feel like there's something that you have initiated or been working towards that has felt very slow moving, maybe the last year, the last couple of years. And now it's like the floodgates are open, things are moving forward, the support is coming in, and things may feel like they're happening almost too fast now because it's a different pace than 4s are typically used to, because we have to work so hard for what we want. But you're going to see those, I think, those rewards come in so profoundly this year that, embrace it, enjoy it, because you have earned it. If a 4 gets a major reward, it is because they have definitely done due diligence. They have put the work in, and you're seeing those rewards now. So big ideas, big inspiration, a big green light at the first quarter coming in for you. Beautiful, beautiful, powerful energy. I think you're going to love it. Second quarter, this again, very powerful, beautiful energy. This is a chance for you to really see a change in your resources, your income. I almost see this as like big financial wins coming in for you. And again, in direct proportion to the effort put forth previously. So this is like one of those things where it's like, again, if you've been working really, really hard to see sort of an influx in your finances, to see things come to fruition financially for you, to get yourself to a point where you feel successful, that you feel, and not that, success is, determined by money, but what I'm saying is, it's like, it is also very nice to see the sort of reward for the effort put forth. And I feel like you've put so much effort forth that you are now seeing the the finances sort of mirror that effort. As long as what you've been putting forth has been in integrity and sort of in alignment with the direction you want to be moving into, right? So I definitely see this is something, I get the like energy of like a wise soul, like an old soul type thing, like someone who, but really where that comes into play is like, again, this is something that has been building. This is something that has sort of been maturing, right? And now you're seeing the rewards of that maturation, right? It's kind of like you have put in the effort and now you're seeing the financial rewards. But I definitely see this as like you finding some stability within your resources, finding ways to manage your money in a way where you're looking at sort of the longevity and sustainability of those resources. You're using your wisdom to make sure that you are managing your money in a way that, again, not only suits you now, but in the years to come. Some of you, this could be like your relationship with money has shifted and it's very healthy now. It's gotten into a more healthy state. And so now you're able to sort of allow that abundance to come to you freely without sort of restriction and without self-sabotage. So a lot of energy this second quarter around, again, something like, it's almost like if you put something in a savings account or made an investment of some sort, and that investment has now hit its maturity. It's like you're seeing the rewards of that investment. You might have had to wait a really long time for that, but you're seeing that come in now, and it feels really good. It feels really stable. It feels really secure. It feels very mature, right? And so again, just a lot coming in around money, resources, wealth around this time. It could be for some of you, although this feels not as much, this could just be for a few of you. You may see some kind of like inheritance or something like that come in that sort of shifts your financial situation to where you feel much more secure financially. But for majority of fours, I feel like this is something you've really been working towards. You have been, and when I say working towards, I'm talking for like years. Like this isn't just something that is like you've been spending a few months on and you're going to see this big financial win. I feel like this is something like you have been working on for years. And you're finally seeing that come to fruition in a big way. The third quarter, this is interesting. This quarter, I'm seeing something around relationships come in for fours, and it's like, it's interesting because there's this level of like emotional maturity that needs to be sort of incorporated into this. So it's almost like you get some kind of offer of a relationship or taking a relationship to the next level. And where the past you may have found ways to self-sabotage that, feel unworthy, try to find what's wrong with the situation so that you can again sabotage it before you give it a chance. I think there's still some energy there for that where you could do that. But I also feel like there's this level of emotional maturity where now you're kind of in a space where you see the offer for what it is and you're willing to step into the experience and allow it to unfold the way that it needs to unfold without trying to control the situation or change the situation before you even know what the experience is going to be. I definitely feel like this is around relationships. I feel like this could be about relationship with self. So this can have to do with like imposter syndrome, or not feeling worthy, or not feeling lovable, or whatever the case may be, right? Whatever we use to self-sabotage ourselves. There could be something around this where it has to do with you, like your internal compass, where you're trying to like, something comes in and it feels larger than life. It feels bigger than what you may have in the past felt worthy of. But this is going to be a time where you just need to work through that. You just sort of need to grin and bear it and just realize you're never going to feel fully capable, fully ready, fully whatever. Because there's just always too much unknown, right? And fours sometimes fall into that category of wanting to overly control the situation. And I feel like in the past you would have probably done that to the point where it suffocates the experience and you sort of miss out on a really good opportunity. But I feel like things are a little bit different now. It's almost like you've had an opportunity to really do a lot of the inner work, to where this offer is going to come in, it's going to feel bigger than you. And you just need to make sure that you're not restricting yourself too much, and that you say yes to it, whatever this is, that you allow it to unfold in an organic way without trying to overly control it, without trying to self-sabotage it, without trying to sabotage the situation or the person, or try to overly control it. So again, this could kind of go either way, but definitely seeing some kind of big opportunity, big emotional advancement coming in for you that is asking you to step into your emotional maturity, asking you to fully recognize that you are capable of unlimited things, right? Like you are a part of the divine. So there is nothing that you are not worthy of, right? So stop holding yourself back. Stop self-restricting. Stop self-policing yourself to the point of where you just hold yourself back. But I think you're going to have an opportunity to sort of flex that muscle a little bit this third quarter. And if you allow yourself to step into this fully, this is going to bring you a tremendous amount of joy, fulfillment, and it could look very different than what you're used to. This whatever this is could look very different than what your expectations are, what you think may be coming in type thing. If it has to do with relationships, this could be on the complete opposite spectrum of what you would ever consider for yourself. But again, be very open to whatever this is, because it's going to be very, very, very fulfilling if you allow it to be. Fourth quarter, the yumminess keeps coming. I'm telling you, fours, 2022 is looking incredible for us. And I am all about it. Fourth quarter, again, I'm seeing this sort of culmination of family, home life, joy, abundance, and then also coupled with that financial security, financial rewards coming in. This is like a culmination point. This is kind of like one of those points in your life where you're like, this just feels too good to be true. And if it does feel that way, just alleviate that thought completely, eradicate it, get rid of it, because it is not too good to be true. You have earned every bit of this goodness. Again, I'm seeing a tremendous amount of joy around family, home life, relationships. It's like you found your space, you found your people, right? And it's bringing you a tremendous amount of joy. Again, it's how we view the situation as well. We are an active participant in this. It's like the universe can give us these gifts as much as it wants to, but if we're not open to it, if we are looking at things through, glasses that are half full and that we're not deserving or whatever the case may be, we are never going to see the full potential of this. We're never going to feel the full potential of this experience. So you have to be very, very open to what comes in and not try to control it so much that you become overly judgmental of it. Because this energy could not be more beautiful. So much beauty around, again, home life, taking a relationship to another level, meeting someone who just is able to walk alongside of you and complement your journey without trying to change or influence you in any way. And you being able to do that as well for them. Also, this is you stepping into that, or really, really fully embracing that just financial independence at this point. Like, I'm definitely seeing things around resources, money, really being life-changing for you this year. If you, again, allow it to be type thing, but definitely seeing a lot coming in. I mean, a lot coming in around finances, resources, but also a lot around relationships and support systems. This is just incredible energy, so beautiful. But remember, you're co-creating with spirit. So, allow spirit to do its work as well. Again, release the level of control that you would try to have over this. If you can do that, if you can work in tandem with spirit this year and allow these things to come into your life, I think this year is going to be so incredibly fulfilling. And it could even be a little overwhelming because, again, it's like you've worked so hard for this that now it comes rushing in, and it's almost like, wait, the struggle is over? We're always going to have things that come in that challenge us and whatnot, because this is life. There's polarities. There's always going to be. But this is one of those things where it's like, I feel like sometimes for fours, it's like we're so used to having our nose to the grindstone, so used to having to be very methodical and sort of calculated in our to gain that momentum type thing. It's like when things do finally come in for us, it's like, wow, what? I can take a pause. I can really enjoy everything I've put forth. So this is so beautiful. So again, keywords for this year are going to be like green light. You've got the green light to do what it is that you want to do, and you're going to see the resources and the support come in to do that. I see big financial wins, big financial wins. Again, just be mindful of how you're managing that money, how you're working with it. I also see big changes in dynamics when it comes to relationships, but in a really beautiful way if you allow it to be, if you work with the energy, if you co-create with spirit. So fours, I hope this was helpful. If you would like guidance on your own personal energies and how this coming year could be affecting you personally with your own numerology, then please book some time with me. I'll leave my information in the description box below. The year ahead forecast is excellent for that. I hope this was helpful. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.